Hi, this is Traci Webb, Founding Director of the Northwest Institute of Ayurveda. Today we're going to talk about the 3 ways to optimize your self-care. I'm going to list them here to start, and then we'll unpack them one at a time. So the first one is that you actually need to know how to do your self-care. So it's kind of like, what's the point of doing your self-care if you're not doing the right thing, right? And that's part of the problem in this day and age, is that we oftentimes don't know what we're doing. We don't know how to do it properly. It used to be in the ancient past that the grandmothers and so forth would pass on the self-care system of that tribe or of that village or of that location to the children, who would pass it on and so forth. But over time, what's happened is the various systems of healthcare from the indigenous cultures around the world have been lost. And so what we end up with is a mixed-matched conglomeration of various systems that really don't have any time-tested value, and oftentimes don't have any scientific studies supporting the findings that they actually benefit. So what's the point of doing something if we don't know that it's actually legitimate and does what it claims to do? So the neat thing with Ayurveda, and probably one of its greater gifts to society in this day and age, is that they really have been really good about keeping the system alive and intact for the most part in its entirety for the past 5,000 years. So what we're getting with the Ayurvedic self-care system, for example, is we're getting a time-tested 5,000-year-old system of self-care that, again, if it hadn't worked, it wouldn't have lasted for 5,000 years, right? So, and the other part of it is that not only has it been time-tested over the generations and passed on because it works, but also science is now proving a little bit more every day through their findings all of the various aspects of Ayurveda, whether it's the lifestyle or the diet or so forth. So with the Ayurvedic self-care system, there's a specific way that, the how that we do things, the what it is we're doing. And so it's kind of like, there's a right and a wrong way to do things in life, right? So if we do something right, for example, like crossing the street, you're going to look both ways, you're going to make sure nobody's coming, and you'll make your way through. And the wrong way to cross the street would be, not looking, not caring, and next thing you know, you've had an accident. So the same thing with Ayurvedic self-care, there's a right and a wrong way to do it. And part of the challenge is we can kind of mix match different pieces or different lineages, and then we get ourselves confused, reading one blog post here on the internet and another one there, or a video here, video there, and we get a mixed matched experience of Ayurveda too, and so that's also confusing. So with Ayurvedic self-care, we really want to make sure that what we're doing is tried and true, and also has some backing. It's been, that the self-care itself, the various aspects of it, that if we're doing them right and we're getting hands-on guidance, face-to-face or at least through video, etc., that we're having an understanding that we're doing it the right way. So what happens is if we don't do it the right way, what can happen is we get minimal results, or worst case scenario, we could even hurt ourselves, So that's the first aspect, the first way that we can optimize our self-care. The second way we can optimize our self-care is through understanding the benefits, knowing the deeper purpose behind why we're doing what we're doing. So in Ayurvedic daily and nightly routines, which is what the self-care is, the daily, nightly, and seasonal routines, what we want to understand is that in Ayurveda and the ancient texts teach us the various benefits of each of those routines. So as we're learning each routine, it benefits us to actually learn what are the benefits of doing that routine. There's a couple of reasons why that is. The first one is it's just going to be plain motivating. We know that when we do this daily massage that we get these such and such benefits, right? So the other reason why it's good to know the benefits is that it gives us more of a sense of connection to the thing itself that we're doing. And over time, as we have an understanding of it in our mind on a logical level of, what are the benefits, we start to experience them on a cellular level, and it becomes a cellular wisdom of having lived it. So it takes a different place within our system. It's digested more completely. It moves from the realm of learning or knowledge to the realm of wisdom. So it's in that place when knowledge has arrived in a place of wisdom that it actually doesn't leave a lingering, we could say, mental indigestion where there's confusion remaining or questions that still exist, but it's fully absorbed and understood. And what happens is, as it's fully absorbed and understood, there comes this kind of self-motivating factor from within, because we see the results, we experience the results firsthand that we learned about, that were discussed, that we would get out of this action or this food. And as we're experiencing those results firsthand and they're coming to light within our system, what happens is we become more deeply motivated to stay on the path. The third thing, and the third way that we can optimize our self-care, is by maintaining it over time, having a consistency. Now, it doesn't mean we don't get off track once in a while. We maybe have a holiday or, stay up late one night or something like that. We get off track. But in general, over the long haul, if we're able to maintain that lifestyle, what happens is each of the benefits that we know that we get out of Ayurvedic self-care, they are all optimized to their fullest. And so, by the way, I have a separate video where I go into the 4 benefits of Ayurvedic self-care, and you can find the link below to watch that. But the idea is to maintain something on a consistent basis. What the science has shown us is that it takes community. Not only does community make things more fun, right, but it also makes our success rate increase to about 80 to 90% of what it would have been had we done it alone. So I actually have a couple of programs that I have created that I offer out of the Northwest Institute of Ayurveda to guide you along the Ayurvedic self-care, which is called the Ayurvedic Self-Care Immersion. You can find the link below. And if you love the Ayurvedic self-care and you want to keep going and actually maintain and have that consistent effect throughout your life over the course of your life to optimize all of the benefits of Ayurvedic self-care, then I encourage you to check out the Ayurvedic Living Program, where you get community support over a 9 to 12 month period to maintain that lifestyle. And what I found over the past couple of decades working with my clients and my students is that it takes about 9 to 12 months to really dial in those lifestyle and dietary changes, so that instead of just needing support and needing help and guidance, we actually live them and own them for ourselves. So I hope you found this video useful. If you did, feel free to leave a comment below. And again, there should be links below for you to learn more about my upcoming programs. I look forward to having you in the program. Take care. Have a beautiful day.